He's back, and there's another Destiny 2 Civil War. This is part 2, the Infinity War from Alchemist Credo. If you don't know, we recently watched and reacted to his funny video talking about the Civil War. Let's see what we're going on this time, all right? This guy's my favorite.
I was supposed to be on content creation vacation right now, but because today is, for me, is freaking October 17th. And I was taking a week off, enjoy some gaming and stuff, relax. I've been pumping out content like crazy. But one of my videos blew up while I'm on vacation called Destiny Civil War. Destiny 2 Civil War. Where basically I speak on how there's a civil war between the casuals and the tryhards in the community. And basically speaking on how much the casuals...
It was an absolute masterpiece of content as well. We loved it.
...have transformed the game in the state that it's in now from their strong opinions and their made-up battle against the 1%ers that they made up in the community.
It's the 1%ers in a war versus the masses, the casuals. They're duking it out on Twitter and Reddit and everywhere. In the YouTube comment section, you name it. It's getting bloody. It's getting brutal out here.
And I had a lot of casuals in that comment section, but one that stood out said, the game isn't easier right now. If you want to be try hard at the game, turn on every modifier and then tell me how it goes. And I had to tell him, like, it's easy now because modifiers don't increase delta in the game now. So in this video, I want to speak on the detriment the Bungie had did with the challenge in the game and speak on kind of like my debates I've been having with those, casuals. Some of them call themselves casual, but I know for a fact they're not. Some of them are not casual. Some of them solo dungeons and have over 2,000 hours in the game, but they call themselves casual because they work a job for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna speak on some of that. But before we get into that, I'm gonna show you guys the broken stuff I put on to show you guys how easy it is. So Banes for today, the hardest one is obviously Screebers. So I put on Screebers and Shroud.
Oh, they called him out, so he doubled down. He said, all right, I'll throw every modifier on. Bet.
Can't see the enemies, so obviously that was the hardest band to put on. I put on Deadly Void Threat, which is the hardest threat you can put on, so I'm taking 66.6% more void damage. I threw on Chill Touch. I purposely put on
not Chill Touch. Oh my god.
A hunter in this video because I know if I use Titan or Warlock, it'll be light work without me even trying with the Warlock's buff with the pets.
Oh, he's flexing on him now. Oh shit, here we go.
And Titans with a stasis crap. I want to put on the arguably the worst PvE class in the game right now, Hunters.
This is true. This is actually true.
Where I gotta punch people to get my combo going with combination blow. So I put on Chill Touch, so if enemies punch me, I get slow. And
combo blow and Chill Touch. Damn, this guy is really, he's going into the depths of hell for modifiers right now.
And I can't shade step to continue the combo, so I purposely put a modifier on that makes things worse for my build. I put on Grounded. Hunters are known for jumping.
Oh, hell no. So not Grounded too? Oh, shit. He's going through. He's got them all on. The worst. The worst. The worst.
Take extra damage while I'm in the air. So I threw that on. I put on Slow and Small, which makes that I do less damage to the enemies.
Oh, God. No, not this. God, make it stop. Jesus. This guy, this is torturous right here. This guy is sadistic with these modifiers right now.
Okay. And I put on Shield.
No, match game 2. Oh my god, this sounds like, honestly, wake me up. I feel like I'm in a fever dream right now. Please, no, I don't even want to see what this plays like.
I put on match game, so if I don't have a weapon on that matches the shield of that enemy, it takes me forever to kill them. So I put all that on. Some can probably argue put on haste, but I don't think haste is hard. Just keep moving. I'm always moving, so I put on something that's way worse. There's no other thing in here that's worse than the stuff I put on.
They need to let him throw on more than 5. Let him throw on all 20 modifiers.
So yeah. Now, and my build doesn't use void or solar, so yeah, it was better for me to put on the Slow and Small, making it reduce every damage I do. Then I put on Pressure Cooker, so I have a time limit to beat this, or I get sent to orbit. Lock loadouts, of course. No HUD, because I know people in the community hate no HUD for some reason, which is super easy to do. I put on no starting ammo. So
no starting ammo. I hate this one so much. Why?
No ammo. I put on Bronze.
Oh, Bronze, no.
So it can't heal health. Some would say this is a buff. I do, but I know some people hate Bronze, so put it on. And I put Extinction on. I have no revives, so I have to beat this flawlessly.
He's got it on.
And of course, no boons.
Oh shit!
My
Here we
point of my
go.
video, point of my video is to prove how easy the game is now that Bungie put fixed deltas in the game, and that person was swearing up and down, put on all modifiers, see how easy it is. Then I'm finna prove it's easy because of the -30 delta. It's not hard at all, and also too, this throws into my argument of there's no hard difficulty in the game to give you loot rewarded for the hard difficulty. Even though I put all this stuff on, I finished the same loot just like everybody else. I don't get anything extra for doing this. Okay. The only content in the game that goes above -30 now is Conquest, the very last mission.
So what is he advocating for? Is he advocating for the old system? Because I feel like this is way better. We should not be making power leveling extremely difficult. Surely not.
If you have max light and do the very last mission of Conquest, you at -50. That's the only thing in the game that is equal to old mythic difficulty before Bungie nerfed it to -30. So
Someone said he didn't want to use avant-garde, so this run is negated.
there's nothing in the game higher than -30, and I'm finna show you how easy this is. Feats in the raid is -30. Contest mode is -30, but it's only hard because Bungie changed the AIs. They actually more aggressive and stuff and smarter. That's why contest mode is more difficult. But unless you're fighting a boss that get a little bit more bullet spongy from -30, yeah, the game not hard at all, and I'm finna prove that.
And I do feel like the game is meant to be not necessarily not hard at all right now, but Bungie needed to like quickly swing everything the other way because they need to do a complete overhaul for the portal and kind of remove the power progression part altogether. And I feel like this is like that intermediary stage where like, okay, guys, we fucked up. The portal really sucks. We get it. We're going to just make it a complete like joke in the meantime. So that way you can just like play activities, super chill, level up like you should. And then we're going to fix it in the long run. We're going to like remove power and progression like all from that altogether. And so the tiered loot will probably be received in other ways in the future. That's kind of my like perception of what's happening, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think.
The boss is not as bullet spongy as you would think, compared to like mythic or -50. As some people know, I usually record my videos, my builds at -50 and hard mythic difficulty to prove how strong the build is, or -40 because I know the hardest content game is -30, so I want to really showcase my builds. But now I'm finna showcase how -30 is super easy. First, let me get this straight because I don't know how people jumped the gun and made up this narrative. But one, I never said Bungie gotta get rid of the casuals. Like it should be no casual content. I don't know how people just jumped the gun and just assumed that. Never said that. And second thing, I never said the community is the main issue with Destiny. I've been splitting up my topics on what would improve Destiny 2 in different videos. Because if I had it all in one video, it'd be too long of a video. It would be a podcast at that point. It would be like a freaking 2-hour long video. Okay, I done made a video talking about no loot chase in the game is the issue. I done made a video about Bungie lacking with lack of content, with no workers and stuff is an issue and whatnot, with onboarding new players and whatnot. And then that video touched on the community being a part of the issue.
Everyone's got their commentary videos out right now. Everyone's got the video. They got, this is what's wrong with the portal. This is how to save Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is dying. This is Destiny. We need Destiny 3. Destiny Rising is better.
Of the toxicity and all that type of stuff and catering to the casuals and whatnot. So like there's multiple reasons why Destiny is doing bad. Of course.
So I think his main point was that he feels like they're catering too much to the casuals, if I'm understanding him correctly. Hopefully that's the sentiment he's trying to get across with this.
The major, I have to say, if I had to put like a tier list, the number one to top is definitely Bungie lacking manpower, lacking employees. But
okay,
never did I say the community is the only issue. People just jumped the gun and assumed that. I don't know why, but yeah,
So he's saying it's more nuanced. It's not just the community is the only issue. The community is just like part of the issue, catering to the casuals, but part of the issue, and Bungie having, like he said there, significantly fewer devs making the game is another part of the issue.
Breaking them up in bits and pieces in different videos, okay, different topics, okay. I just wanted to get that laid out straight first, okay. So first things first, the casuals, they hate me.
He's laughing too much about that. He's enjoying that too much.
Hey, it is what it is. If I gotta play the villain, I play the villain. It is what it is. If y'all misinterpreted the things I was saying. I'll try to clarify a little bit here, but like, hey, it is what it is. I said what I said, bro. That's my opinion. I'm standing on it. Okay.
Hey, you said there's a civil war, and you know you're standing on business now.
I have had dialogue with some of y'all on that video in the comment section. I know some of you guys came from Lucky because he reacted to my video.
Hey,
Shout
let's go.
to Lucky. He understood what I said fully. So, you know, power to him, right? But let me clarify. First things first. It feels like, and I did feel like this when I made the video. It felt like I was a little biased in that video. You know, like I really just railed casuals. Like I literally bent y'all over and slid it in. I did go in.
Shit, goddamn. You have to be that graphic about it. Goddamn, 20 minutes. Oh my god.
Y'all a little too much. Okay, I did. Okay?
Oh goddamn, he said it. He's even admitting it.
But
he did say it was a Destiny 2 Civil War, okay? And he did go off on the casuals for 20 minutes. But you know what? Let's see what he has to say now.
That probably came from a lot of pent up, you know, a pent up frustration of playing with some random.
A lot of pent up sexual frustration. Or just regular Destiny frustration.
On Destiny, and I need to get it off my chest because some of y'all just not watching guide videos or my build videos and stuff, so y'all just using double primaries and raids and I'm gonna find out.
The double primaries sent him over, and honestly, the double primaries have been sending me for years now.
Going to separate topic. I'm gonna find out in the casual community, what content creator y'all watching? What content creator are y'all watching that is telling y'all to put on double primaries using Gallahorn as DPS? What content creator?
Who it is? We'll find out. Let's start a witch hunt. I mean, not a witch hunt. TOS. It was a joke. Bungie, not a witch hunt. Okay. I want my lawyer.
Point them out. Please point them out, bro. Please point them out. I need to get to the bottom of this. But I did go on y'all too haphazardly. So let me make
actually this gives me a build video idea. I'm gonna do a double primary video just as a parody, so that way people will watch it and unironically start rocking double primaries. Or maybe it'll work as like reverse psychology, and I'll teach the blueberries to not use double primary by trying to tell them, you guys need to use this. So then they like, oh, I'm not using that then. If he said use that, no, definitely not. And then they start rocking the double special and understanding the way of power.
Straight.
Using
Let me
their
make
abilities.
this straight, okay? First off, I don't think a lot of you guys are actual casuals. Some of y'all have soloed a dungeon before. When I say casual, I'm talking about skill set. I'm not talking about you hopping on the game after you get off work. And
okay, this is good. We have to create a working definition for what is a casual Destiny player, because it would seem to me there's a lot of confusion here as to who is a casual and who's a hardcore. You know, at what stage do you cross that boundary too, right? If you play Destiny 2 for a lot of hours, do you become hardcore? If you, like you're saying, if you solo a dungeon, do you suddenly become hardcore? You know, what is the exact like parameters here, the category? We need a working definition so we can understand who are these casuals on this side of the Civil War and who are the 1%ers. So that way we can have a working definition to work with.
be able to put in 1 or 2 hours in. I ain't
Comment down below if you're a casual or hardcore.
speaking to y'all, okay? When I say casual, I'm talking about skill set. I'm talking about the ones that's rocking double primary, the ones that's talking about Grandmaster was hard.
Okay, so if you said the Grandmasters were hard, if you're rocking double primary, you're team casual. That's what we're working with right here.
Those people, you know, the inept people, you know, the nice way to say dumbass. No, I'm playing, but I'm talking about those people, okay? Now,
okay, so double primaries, complaining about GMs being too hard, and a dumbass. All right, casuals.
let me make this straight, because people is like spinning the narrative, acting like I'm saying, oh, I want the game to be grindy, even though I said in the video, no, I don't want us grinding power level like this. Some people try to spin a narrative that I want the game to just be difficult. No, my whole point of that video was, one, again, I said community got to come together, but the message kind of got divulged, you know, diluted, because, you know, I railed on the casuals a little too much in there. You know, like I said, bench all over train. I know I did a little too much in that video. I should have simplified it a little bit more. I should have made it 50-50 explanation between the 1% that y'all created, because I don't believe in the 1%. I believe it's just something casuals created to, you know, have someone to point their fingers at to hate on for them hating the game, you know. So they just start pointing fingers at the content creators and stuff, like they the ones that control the game. When at the end of the day, Bungie decides the final decision. So I don't believe in the 1%, but I'm just gonna use that term in this video since that's what the casuals created. But my whole point of the video was us coming together. It wasn't to add even more separation between the two, okay?
So Hugh's point was to bring us all together by acknowledging that there is an existing civil war between the casuals and the 1%ers, and by highlighting this and the issues that maybe we could unite in our pursuits to making Destiny 2 better.
I don't have no problem with y'all casual players. I have casual people in my goddamn clan. I don't have problems carrying them through raids and stuff. I have no issue with that, okay? Let me point that out there. I have no issue with the game being easy on in portal activities. I have no issue with that. My issue, and it's not even with casual players, my issue is there not being any type of challenge in the game. I'm okay with the game having easy content.
Hey, not any type of challenge in the game? Let me stop you right there, though. I feel like we just had the contest raid. We had 2 contest raids, which were really tough. We actually had the hardest contest raid ever with the launch of Desert Perpetual. Like, I would say the mechanics and the difficulty required to clear that was insane. It was so insane that like 70% of the people decided to cheat because they couldn't clear it legit. Then we had the epic version of it, and now you got those same raids in the game, and you can add feats on them. You can make them pretty brutal. There is definitely challenge in the game in terms of, at least in terms of raids right now. Surely everyone would agree with that.
Even a nigga like me want to be able to hop on a game and play something easy and chill with the guys, joke around and stuff. Even me want that. But as of right now, that's all we got. That's all we got. I used to hop on trials in the weekend because I had to go flawless.
So what he's saying is that the game is too casual, and that the mid-tier activities that existed in Destiny 2 pre-Edge of Fate were more hardcore, and now all of that's been kind of diluted, and it's very casual. Like going to the lighthouse is very casual, very chill, so there's no more challenge there, and doing GMs and doing those like challenging endgame PV activities that aren't the raids is really casual and really diluted. That's his claim, you know, if I'm to understand him correctly.
To the lighthouse, which is a try hard thing to do with the guys, have fun. Can't even do that because lose and give you loot. So I don't even feel like, you know, engaged to play trials. I stopped playing trials now. Trials used to be the thing I love to do. Now I don't even feel competitive. I don't even get that urge to play it because it's like, okay, it don't matter if I win or lose. I'm still gonna get the guy roll I want. I don't feel like I'm getting anything exclusive for my time and skill. That was the whole point of my argument, and that's why it kind of leaned to the casuals, because the casuals don't like that type of content. But I feel like Bungie got to strike a balance. I feel like the game got to have casual content, aka the portal, but it also got to have try-hard content, which would be like, you know, contest mode and, you know, conquest and stuff. But the issue is the try-hard content in the game doesn't give exclusive loot for you being good at the game. I can play contest mode, raid, or dungeon, but I'm not going to get anything noteworthy for it. First of all, contest mode only comes once or twice a year. Freaking, that's only 2 days out the year. That ain't making me feel good the most time I play in the game.
To be fair, it is only like 2 days out of the year, but the reason why it's not more prevalent in the game would probably be because, like you're saying, it's the 99% versus the 1%. So you can't cater that many events around the year to like the 1%, like the most hardcore people. It's nice for it to be there for like aspirational content, for like maybe people who are casuals in this definition want to become a little more hardcore, or maybe give something really challenging a try. But ultimately the game needs to be in that like mid tier of like, you can accomplish everything. Like you should be able to like maybe go to Lighthouse if you want to play trials and go Lighthouse, and you should be able to, you know, get tier 5 loot, right?
And I beat it, I get an emblem. I don't care about no damn emblem. You better give me a armor ornament so I can show off that I'm that guy. You better give me exclusive weapons that have exclusive loot on it. Something for my skill and time to make me feel good about myself.
The only problem is if they do give you something really exclusive, is that it's going to be a really big problem in the community, because those that can't accomplish that really rare item are going to be super jealous and envious, and they're going to be talking about it on Reddit and Twitter and elsewhere. And you might think, well, oh, just let him cry, let him cry. But, you know, it is a little bit unfair to put really desirable items behind such a difficult challenge. Like clearing Desert Perpetual in contest was insane. And all you get right now is just something cosmetic, an emblem, right? It's just, it serves no purpose. It doesn't make you any more powerful in the game. And I think that's the appropriate thing to do. I think that the game is fine with that right now. If you don't like the emblem, that's fine. But the emblem is kind of a flex, and it kind of shows like, hey, like I take this game seriously. I'm kind of hardcore, you know. If you like Destiny, you're gonna enjoy the emblem and to show off, you know, I've done this really challenging thing.
But it's none of that in the game right now. Conquest. You do it for light level. Light level's easy in the game now for just playing simple portal activities. So why would you do conquest? I don't get exclusive loot for it. What? Beat the last one and I get an emblem? I don't care about an emblem, bruh. Give me some armor ornaments. And I see Bungie doing that in November, which I'm happy about. We're gonna see though. But I need to try hard content though, because like everybody finna get that goddamn ornament. That's easy work. But like that was the whole point of that video. That whole point was basically talking about the community got to get better so that we can get hard content in the game, so that casuals don't complain. So casuals can look at content creators and still be able to complete those harder end content without, you know, feeling like, oh, we're gatekeeping. No, we have content creators to teach you how to get better at the game, teach you to use better weapons and builds and stuff, so that you can still do the harder end content. If Bungie added a Grandmaster right now in the game, -50, and you get exclusive strike drop from that from beating it, I'm okay with us content creators making videos and guys letting you know how to beat it. Whether we gotta teach you a cheese spot or whatever, I don't care. But I'm happy that.
So what he's saying is that if they added like a mid-tier activity, like a really tough GM, like to go back in time to when like GMs first came out and there was like the corrupted GM, super difficult, right? I'm sure he would look back at that period of time, that era of time, and say, man, it was really hard to clear that. If Bungie had something again like that in the game that was super difficult, that the only way the casual players could clear it would be if they watched YouTube videos. He's okay with that because, you know, you're just going to watch the YouTube videos and learn the cheese spot or learn the play styles necessary. And what he's doing is he's making a play on nostalgia, right? He really liked the nostalgia of how difficult Grandmasters were when they first came out. And to be fair, I actually agree with that sentiment. It's okay if you liked that nostalgia. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you weren't able to clear GMs when they first came out. They were really hard. I cleared them a bunch, and I also failed a bunch of them. I would get, you know, to the end of Corrupted, right? You're at the very last platform, and then Sadia just knocks your whole team off the edge. And like 40 minutes is down the drain. You get no loot. It was brutal. I kind of did like that. You know, as sadistic as it sounds, I did like that, and I like that challenge. And a lot of others won't, though. They're like, hey, I don't have time to blow 40 minutes, and I'm not even as efficient as you, Lucky. I don't play the game nearly as much. I got a job, you know, I got 7 jobs and 12 kids or whatever, right? And so you can't play the game nearly as much, etc. And so instead, what you have to do is, you know, watch these guides where I break down the exact builds you need to use. You got to use, you need to, you know, 2 Void Hunters and 1 Well Lock. And then you got to put on these 3 weapons, and you got to have on this, and you got to have on that. And I give you the full breakdown. And then once you get all of that information down, then you can go in and clear that after you've acquired the insider information effectively. And that era was a really fun time to play Destiny and be a content creator. I did really enjoy that. However, we are obviously transitioning into kind of a new era of where Destiny 2 is going as a game, where content is going as a game. And in the process, you're going to see people give their feedback. And that's what his feedback is.
Me and the guys and every other tryhard community, we have something to do to challenge us, for us to feel like we actually have something to use our loot and builds on. Right now, I'm in a tough spot in Destiny because I used to make my build videos for -50. Even after Bungie freaking nerfed Mythic, it wasn't -50 no more. It was -7. It was -70, -50. It was not that anymore. It's -30. I can't even make builds like that anymore because I'm locked out at -30 for content now. There's no way I can increase the power delta. So like,
you just have to do -30 builds, or maybe you have to do some, you know, 5 feet contest raid builds. I'm not sure.
Now when I make builds, I don't know if my build is broken or not because -30 easy. I feel like any build I make will do good in -30. That's how easy it is. I feel like any build I make will do good. And I feel like I'm false advertising now because if I tell somebody, oh, this build is good, and then they take it in the content and they die, And they come to me talking about something, your build not that good. You false advertising.
Hey, they better not be dying. You said it's that easy. It's only due to the new power delta. Hopefully they're not dying.
Like, I'm not trying to false advertise. I used it. It was good. I know people got different skill sets though. But like, what am I supposed to do? I can't test it in no negative for anything. I can't take a conquest. Conquest got a modifier that you got to use all feature gear. So like, I'm in a tough predicament there. But the whole point of that video was just basically saying like, we got this little civil war going on in the community of casual players hating try-hard players and try-hard players hating casual players. And
it's now the Infinity War.
In D1, it wasn't like that. In D1, some people would gatekeep you didn't have Galahorn on you, some crap. But like, we all
I remember that LFG must have Galahorn to clear Vault of Glass.
Came together and made sure that we made guide videos and stuff and helped new players out on beating harder activities so we all can get the loot, so we all can, you know, benefit from the loot in the game. Right now, it feels like instead of us trying to help each other benefit for the loot in the game, it's just us hating on each other for things being complicated in the game and being toxic towards each other for no reason because we had two different play styles in the game. It's okay to have different play styles. Just like I didn't care about y'all having different opinions. You know, some of y'all had different opinions than me. Some of y'all disrespected me. Didn't bother me. I disrespected back if you were disrespectful. And if you was cordial with me, we had a great conversation, joked around, and I enjoyed it. You know, power to y'all. I love y'all. I always gonna show love to y'all regardless. I'm always gonna show love to you. But like, yeah, my whole argument was just basically saying like we need to come together community and Bungie gotta add a balance in the game. 80% of the game gotta be casual because majority of the player base is casual. 99%, if we're going based off the casuals math, it was only 1% tryhards. I don't believe that. I believe it's probably like 10%, maybe 30% tryhards in the game.
Oh, fuck that, man. Contest everything. Fuck them casuals. Contest raids, contest dungeons, contest stays on, dude. Contest portal modifier on everything, on solo ops, contest fire team ops, contest pinnacle ops, everything. Double contest, dude. Grandmaster contest. Make them suffer. I'm kidding. Please don't clip that out of context.
But
out of context.
If 90% of the casuals is in the game, then 80% of the game got to be casual. But that last 20% need to be catered to tryhards in some type of form or fashion.
So an 80-20 split, okay? 80% of the content is for the casuals, 20% is for the tryhards. Okay.
To give us a reason to do something, to use our brokenness, our broken optimized builds and stuff, a reason for us to chase after something in the game to do.
Someone said a 99 power delta everywhere.
If everything is casual, then if everything is casual, then I'm just good at the game for no
Yeah, someone said contest campaign. Yeah.
reason. And if
everything is casual, then I'm just good at the game for no reason is what he said. And to be fair, what he's looking for is he wants more challenge in the game. The game's gotten too easy for him. The builds are too powerful. The activities are too much of a breeze. You got too powerful. Honestly, you did it. You beat Destiny 2. You're too OP for the game. You're clearing things too fast. Your builds are too good. That's the way it goes. Unfortunately, this is the real end game, is understanding the mechanics of Destiny 2, understanding your builds, and running through things that's in such an easy way where the game is such a breeze for you that you do most of it mindlessly. And when you hit that stage, the last thing that's left for you is to do contest raids. That's it. Once you finally hit the stage of this game is literally easy and free and I can do everything, it's just contest raids at this stage. Maybe they'll add something more in the future, but that's pretty much where it's at right now.
I'm good at the game for no reason to challenge my skills, we get bored. So yeah, the casuals may be happy that they can just chill and play the game and unwind, have fun. But there's people out there, we have fun doing challenging things. And if things are too easy, then we're bored. So now you're neglecting the tryhard side of the community, which there are inside this community, and they're not the 1%. So yeah, Bungie's got to strike that balance, okay? That's my better clarification. Some people thought I was like, oh, the game got to be super grindy. No, not the extreme Bungie did it. I believe in grind, but not that extremity. I believe in grind on chasing out the loot, not chasing out the imaginary number that doesn't exist. Yeah. And again, all the people that was sending hate comments stuff, I don't got no hate towards y'all. I don't even know y'all. I know some of y'all was like, you trying to discredit my opinion and stuff. No, I'm discrediting your feelings, okay? I'm discrediting your feelings. Get out your feelings, cuz. We over here talking about facts, and some of the stuff y'all saying was not facts. It was y'all and y'all feelings. And if I'm throwing facts to disregard your opinion, then you need to have facts to back up your opinion. If you don't like pizza, it better be like, I don't like pizza because of the texture or it's salty or some crap.
Oh, hell no. If you don't like pizza, get the fuck out of here, all right? You're dead to me.
It better not be, I just dislike it because I just dislike it. Like, no, come to me with facts. I like to debate. I'm a master debater, okay? So you need to have some type of facts on you, okay, if you're gonna say you dislike something. And one thing I noticed in Destiny community, and I blame Bungie for this one, because Bungie do what they game themselves. Everybody, it's a lot of people in Destiny community, they misinformed. When I'm making builds and stuff, they don't know what certain traits and stuff do. They don't know how to do score multiplier in the game. This gameplay you see in the background, I put on all the hardest modifiers, got a B+. Why? I don't know. I got a B+. Well, I do know, but I got a B+. Even though when I lost the mission,
You didn't get all the precision takedowns. You just went around and punched everyone.
it said A+. I got all the hardest modifiers on, and it said you're gonna get an A+. You beat this. I got a B+ because
You punched every single ad. You got 0 precision takedowns.
I didn't do the side objective inside the mission. Which goes to show again that Bungie makes the game casual for y'all. They made it casual.
You're saying you're the casual now. You didn't read the screen. What the hell?
I don't know why y'all think the game is not casual for y'all. It's 100% in. Majority of content in this game is casual. Don't fool yourself. Don't be delusional. Majority of this game is casual. It's not towards the tryhards, okay? If it was towards the tryhards, bro, I promise you guys, y'all would not love the game. Y'all would not love the game if it was catered to the tryhards, bro. Y'all would be folding hard. But yeah, man, that's the end of my yap session, man. I just want to prove that this is the hardest difficulty you can do in the game. In the portal, it's not hard. Whoever challenged me to this thought they was proving a point. You didn't prove a point. Some of y'all casual players, y'all defending a title, an ego attached to the word casual for no reason. It's like trying to attach your name to being poor and feeling proud about being poor and you on EBT. It do not add up. Get your money up. In this case, get your skill up, buddy. Okay, get your skill up. Stop having pride that you're a casual.
Yeah, someone needs to stop this, man. Someone needs to stop him.
Player. People that's working freaking 9 to 5s. I know some people that work in freaking 80 hours in a week. 80 hours. Whole doctors. And he's not a casual at the game at all. He's not a casual at the game at all. He's great at the game. Again, I tie casual to skill. Okay? Some of you guys hop on Destiny and the statistics prove it. Some of y'all hop on Destiny for like 4 hours straight. That's not a casual. A casual gamer probably hop on the game for like 1 hour. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Y'all, some of y'all standing on business on saying you a casual and you're not a casual. You just gotta get your skill up at the game, but like you're not a casual when it comes to time and stuff. You're just a casual because of your skill.
Fake casual, dude.
Okay, but some of you guys, y'all solo dungeons and stuff, so it's not even y'all skill. Y'all just calling yourselves casual because of time, and that's just not true. That's just not true.
Call them out.
Yeah, that's my clarification for that video. I know the casuals hate me. I don't care being the bad guy. I don't care being a villain. Somebody gotta say it to you guys. I do not care. Y'all do not hurt my feelings, bro. And I'm gonna debate. I love y'all, but I'm gonna debate. Don't think I'm gonna give y'all an easy time. I don't like an echo chamber. I don't like it. Everybody just agreeing with me because you got a reason. And I don't like it when you hate me and you have no reason behind it. Some of y'all try to do shame tactic. Y'all try to make fun of the way I pronounce words and stuff because of my accent and my slang and stuff. That do not bother me, okay? Come up with some facts, bro. Y'all ain't telling nobody else. Come up with some facts. Some facts. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. And until next time, stay up.
All right. That was Destiny 2 Infinity War from Alchemist Credo. Absolute legend, dude. Part 2. The Infinity War. Love that guy, dude. I love it. These are good conversations, man. These are the conversations that we need to have. A lot of people have been asking me, why are you watching all these videos of different people in the community? And to be honest, I like to see what people think, the way people think, and I find it fascinating. People have different opinions from me, similar opinions to me, etc. And obviously, as we go through a dark time in Destiny content, it's interesting to see what people want to change to fix the game. And what he's basically going on about is there's the hardcore and the casual players, and the game is a little too casual right now. There's not much challenge in the game. outside of contest raids, as he said, or maybe even you'd throw in the raids with multiple feats on them, right? Both are pretty challenging. You can do the epic raid with feats, and you can do the normal raid. Those are brutal. Those will bust your balls for sure. And you definitely get good loot from that as well. You get tier 5 loot. So worth it in my opinion, but not necessarily to everyone. And should Bungie add those like tough grandmasters back or maybe make trials more difficult? I don't know. I think that existed for a period of time, and it's good to try to do things differently and see what the outcome is. So a good example is now that trials is like super casual, let's see if that does increase the player population over the course of maybe a year or 2 years, right? If we do so, we'll get some real data because we'll be able to say, okay, well, trials was this way for 3 years or 5 years or whatever. And then we let trials be like this way for X amount of years. And what does the difference show? Like, what does the graph show? Does it show a correlation with like a rise in player retention and population, or does it show a substantial decline? And it's from that data that we can like decipher what we need to do in the future. But we only get that data by actually experimenting with new things and trying new things and developing that evidence. So if you're of the opinion that, trials is way too casual right now and it's trash because you get just as much good loot, if not more loot for losing. So people are literally going in trials matches and just, throwing or whatever just to get the good, tier 5 loot or machine gun that's out this week, right? That's a valid opinion for you to have, and we'll see what the overall population of trials is with this new system that they've been doing for a little bit now over the course of a year, multiple years. That's the only way we get that evidence that we need so we can know where to take Destiny 2. So I'm not opposed to where things are at right now, but I do actually agree with him with appreciating the nostalgia of how brutally difficult GMs were when they first came out. And then with time, they got kind of like watered down, watered down, watered down, watered down. And at the end, GMs were literally laughable. You'd see people going in soloing GMs easily, see people going in clearing GMs in like under 4 minutes. Like, dude, that was not possible when GMs first came out. When GMs first came out, you were lucky if you cleared a GM in like under 30 minutes. And now, like the contrast from when GMs first came out to where they were towards the end before they went away is night and day, right? And some people really enjoyed that challenge. That was really fun. And I know a lot of people that are of that sentiment, and other people maybe not. Maybe other people are turned off by that. They're like, dude, I don't like to go into an activity and like waste my time, Like I only get to play the game X amount of hours, and I don't want to go in and suffer for multiple hours and not even get one loot drop. And it's okay to have a difference of opinion, and that's just where I stand on that one at least. But let me know what you think about the situation down in the comment section below. And that's wrap. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.